Okay, I got to this part in the date, and I'm gonna do different options and see if that gets me somewhere to the good ending. Oh, right. They're not exactly subtle about their malicious intentions. I'm gonna drink wine because I'm channeling what Juno would do, which is the dumbest course of action. Bottoms up. Juno, don't! That's not his voice. Juno, don't! Huh? It's poisoned, darling. Oh, shit, right. Right. I didn't think of that. Waiter. Yes. Take this back immediately. I said go. Chop chop. Wow, Rex, I didn't know you could be that demanding. Oh, God. I am going to. Sorry. A king must make sure everything is of the highest quality for his queen. I'm not your queen. Well, there are always plenty of other royal positions just waiting to be filled by one so illustrious as you. Wouldn't add to like the one you just gave that waiter. I've read through a lot of this. Depends on what you're doing later. Ha ha ha. Mm-hmm. And captivating. Liz, I'm just gonna pretend to be Juno. Alright, that's enough. We came here to see your boss. Let's settle this, okay? As you wish. Then they punched me. Oh, see? Here's a part I didn't get before. Alright. Juno, are you okay? Oh, just peachy. We're finally getting somewhere. Punches were being thrown on both sides. I thought we may have had it under control, but then. Oh, shit, we're surrounded. Rex? I don't think there's any way out of this. Great. Juno. Oh, Juno, darling, did that punch knock you out? Oh, you dainty little thing. Pipe down, Rex. I'm fine. I've just got a bit of a headache. You're insufferable. Glad you've noticed. How the hell are we going to get out of here? Oh, what's it good? Oh, gentlemen, you're not going anywhere. Ah, quite the dramatic entrance. Truly, I'm enthralled. Quiet. It's great to see you again, Detective Steele. Uh, sorry, who the hell are you? What, you don't remember me? I never forget a pretty face. Sadly, your ugly mug doesn't quite make the cut. Zhu Feng, director of the Triad. Ring any bells? Really? The Triad? I thought for sure you guys would be working for someone more interesting. Uh, Sorry to interrupt, but what exactly is the Triad? They're a group of wannabe gangsters with a long-standing feud against the Kawanagawa family. Except instead of actually being competent, they're more of an occasional nuisance. Hey, we caught you, didn't we? You really think we would have walked in here thanks to a lazy death threat and not come prepared? Yeah, being tied up next to your little boyfriend looks incredibly prepared. Anyway, the Kanagawas are the only ones in the way of the Triad and fabulous wealth, so we plan on securing our way to the top. What, by making decent streams? No. What we're gonna do is make you, their most trusted confidant outside of their family, talk. Oh, trust me. I've got plenty of things to talk about. First of all, your business practices are nasty. Shut up! Blade slices across Juno's thigh. Ugh. Now, you're going to talk. What do you know about Cretius Kanagawa? Who? Juno? Fine. Why exactly should I tell you anything about Cretius? Simple. 'Cause if you don't, you both die. And if I do? You still die. Huh. That seems like a bad trade. Honestly, you'd think a director would have a bit more knowledge of business negotiations. What is Cretius planning? You know, Glass, I think he might be trying to be clever. I think he still needs a bit of practice, though. Enough! What shows are Cretius planning to air this month? Honestly, I don't think he's planning anything. One more of your little games, and I'll aim for somewhere much more painful. Don't you dare. Don't worry, Rex, I've got this. Hey, Fang, I can offer you something better than information. Oh, and what would that be? I can offer you a meeting with Cretius himself. Cretius Kanagawa? Alright, I can get you a secure line with him, but don't try anything funny. Oh, Mr. Fang, we wouldn't dream of it. Ugh, thank God he's gone. The smell of his sweat was nauseating. Do you have a plan? You cut the ropes, and then we get ready to run. Should be a breeze. Hey! Shit! Rex, my blaster! Zap. Oh, they're so pretty. Oh, and it's gone. Well, I'm recording. Juno? What? Did you just kill that man in cold blood? Course not. I had my blaster set to stun. Now let's get out of here. Ugh. Shit, Juno, are you okay? Yeah, I'm just losing a lot of blood. The hole in my leg's deeper than my pockets. Shit. I'm taking you to the hospital. No, just take me home. Juno, no, I'm not letting you bleed out in your apartment. I can get you to the hospital and take me home. I can patch myself up there. Fine, but I'm not going to let you stitch yourself up. It'll go more smoothly if I do it. But, shh, I've got you, don't worry. All right, just a few more stitches. Ow! Ow! It's only going to hurt more if you keep squirming, darling. Yes? I told you not to call me darling. You're such an idiot, you know that? What do you mean? This all could have been avoided if you just ignored the threat and moved on, you know. But where's the fun in the I told you to stay still, love. There, it's done. I recommend taking a long night's rest to help heal. You're not my dad. Doctor's orders. Good night, Juno. Good night, Rex. And, thanks for everything. Don't mention it. Yes, I am. Okay, so can I go with Rex again? Boss? Yeah, Rita, don't scare me like that. Boss, did you forget what time it was? No. You did, didn't you? Come on, we gotta go. Hecid starts in half an hour. Hecid? Hyperion City Knitting Club, except Derek. You know Hecid. Rita, who the hell is Derek? We do not speak of Derek. Her shriek hit ear-piercing levels, even more so than usual, and I winced. He's literally in the name. What? First rule of Hecid, boss. We do not speak of Derek. I've been through all of this. Hold on. I'll click aggressively. All right, come on. I usually sit down over here. I followed Rita and sat down next to an old woman who dressed like an incredibly wealthy flamingo, got into a fistfight with a wardrobe, and lost. Hiya, Mrs. Rockridge. How are you doing today? The woman was holding a full glass of wine at 10 o'clock in the morning and looked about as excited to be here as I felt. Good morning, Rita. It appears you've brought a friend. Yeah, this is Mr. Steele. He's my boss and my best friend. Rita. Charmed. What do you do as your line of work, Mr. Steele? I'm a private detective, actually. A what? She recoiled in horror, nearly spilling her wine in the process. Rita, you didn't tell me you worked for a private detective. Yeah? Miss Rockridge, what's going on? Oh, nothing. I only got my entire collection robbed by a so-called private detective, so I hope you can understand that I'm a bit distrustful of any who share that profession. Perseus Shaw. I bid you farewell. Well, that was a mess. I'm so sorry, Mr. Steele. Usually she ain't like that at all. I guess she's just real cut up about whatever happened with the collection. Rita, there aren't going to be any more surprises like that, are there? False. I don't know who this is. Ah, Rita, good to see you. Mix Pereira? Oh, it's them! Hello. Sure enough, standing in front of me was Pilot Pereira, current mayor of Hyperion City, still corrupt and beautiful as ever. Indeed. It says false. I think the name cut out. And who might this wayfish lady be? Pilot, this is my private eye boss, Mr. Steele. Mr. Steele, this is Pilot. I know who Mix Pereira is, Rita. Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, I must be going now. Rita, do take care. Detective Steele. They nodded at me and left. Rita, you do realize that Pereira is the mayor of Hyperion City? And an incredibly corrupt person? Yeah. Why were they talking like they know you? Oh, that. Well, one day we were working on mock cable stitches and they were having a real hard time of it, so I helped them out and now they like me. We sit together sometimes and it's real nice, boss. Rita, they are legitimately a terrible person. Oh. Just just be careful, please. Can do, boss. The knitting class wasn't terrible after all. Lent me some yarn. What do you think, Mr. Steele? Did you like it? Yeah, actually had a good time. Thanks, Rita. Sorry, I'm skipping this because I've already done it. Please, 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 Mr. Steele. Rita had been begging me for the past half hour to take her to the drive-in theater. That wouldn't be so bad if the feature film wasn't Andromeda and the Guardian's Vision, the next blockbuster from North Star Entertainment. Remind me again why you can't go with Franny. She just canceled on me, and now I have no one else to go with, and I can't miss it or else I'll be spoiled by Andromeda after Doc's stream tomorrow, and I... Given. It's gonna wrap up the storyline with Andromeda and her... Okay, Rita, I'll go. Really? Don't make me regret this. Oh, yay! Thank you, boss. I'm so excited. And, what? I got 2 extra tickets. Meaning... You can invite over that fancy Doc Matters man, Mr. Glass. Oh no. Come on, wouldn't it be fun? Just you and me. Just me and you and Mr. Glass under the stars. Yeah, alright, sure, I'll text him. In all honesty, I didn't mind inviting Rex along. In fact, he might just be distracting enough to keep me from thinking about the movie for too long. Plus, I kinda liked the guy. Hey, Rex, you busy? Not at all, dear detective. Can I ask you something? You have my full attention. Be honest. Do you like the Andromeda movies? I'm not sure I've ever heard of them. I've never been the biggest connoisseur of movies, but I've seen my fair share. Why? Rita's making me go to this drive-in, and the Andromeda series is a bit of a sore subject for me. Anyway, since she had a 3rd ticket, I thought I could invite you. You don't have to come, though. Of course I'll come. I quite enjoyed our dinner date. And besides, I'm very good at providing distractions. Winky face. Thanks, Rex. Whoops. Click the wrong tab. This is gonna be so great, boss. Just you wait and see. Andromeda is supposed to wrap up a major character arc in this one with the elves and the... Rita, if you already know the entire plot of the movie, why are we going to see it? It's all about the experience, Mr. Steele. Don't you know that? There's no fun in knowing about the magic and the mystery without experiencing it for yourself. Guess you're right. Anywho, so, near the 3rd act of the movie, the elves end up leading her to this desert. Am I interrupting? No, not at all. Please, come in. Hey there, Mr. Glass. Oh, please, Rita, call me Rex. Okay, Rex. Can we go now? Why, of course, detective. It's quite nice seeing you again, I must say. Oh, thanks, Glass. My pleasure, darling. Now, let me walk the 2 of you to my car. Oh, he's driving. This is quite a stylish car you have here, Rex. Oh, why thank you. I stole it. What? It was a joke, Juno. It was not a joke. Oh, right. Sorry. Boss! What is it, Rita? Can you scoot your seat up a little? My legs are all cramped up back here. Oh, sure. That's not the seat adjustment, Juno. That's the windshield wipers. And that's the radio. Y'all can't hear it, but music just started playing. Oh, I love this song! Your car is too confusing. Here, let me help you. He reached across me and pushed a button to the left of my seat. Our shoulders brushed, and I felt my pulse quicken. He pulled away, and with that, it was over before it could even begin. Which was probably for the best, because his cologne was overwhelming. Thank you, Mr. Glass. Hey, I helped. Of course you did, Mr. Steele. You were very helpful. Say, Mr. Glass, have you ever seen any of the other Andromeda movies? No, Rita, I can't say that I have. Oh, I better tell you what happened in the past 6 movies, then. She started to rattle off the entire plot lines of the past 6 movies all at once, chattering excitedly. Rex glanced over at me, smiling as if we were in on a shared joke. My heart fluttered, and I had to swallow down a sudden lump in my throat. After a short drive, Rex turned into an area marked off by floating traffic cones. Ah, and here we are. Do either of you ladies need help getting into the roof of my car? We'll get the best views from there. Oh, this is cute. Wow, what a fancy little place. I've never been to a drive-in before. I wouldn't exactly call this fancy. I've been hired to solve 2 separate murders just down the block from here. Boss, don't ruin this for me. It seems we've gotten here a bit early. Would you like me to get my into would you like would you like me to get into my car and grab a few snacks for us? Oh, do you have any salmon flavored dusty crunchies? Those are my favorite. Our lovely detective warned me you might say that, so I picked some up on the way. Yay! So, Mr. Steele, what? I've been thinking, oh no, about you. Uh-huh. And Mr. Glass. What do you mean? You two are just so cute together. In one of my streams, these 2 ladies were talking about chemistry. That's what you two have, boss. Chemistry. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, come on, Mr. Steele. I saw the way you were looking at him in the car. Hey, I thought you liked him. Oh, come on, boss. Don't be ridiculous. He's very charming, yeah, but it's nothing compared to how he talks to you. No, you're wrong. Oh, it's like you two are soulmates. We are not soulmates. He doesn't even like me. He came here for you. Oh? What's all this about soulmates? Mr. Steele is being all argumentative again. I'm not argumentative. Don't be loud, boss. Hold on, can I go back to that? Nope. I should have saved more. I just said you and Mr. Glass were like soulmates. Rita! What? I'm just saying. She's not too far off, you know. We do make a great team, wouldn't you say, detective? Yeah, I guess so. So, I grabbed salmon chips, Martian popcorn, and a few sodas. Give me my chips! Well, that leaves the popcorn. Would you like to share, detective? Rex handed me the bowls. He lowered himself between me and Rita. When he finally settled into his seat, I tried not to notice how close he was sitting to me. Our hips were practically touching, and our arms kept brushing against each other as we reached into our shared popcorn. He was very close and very warm, and I could smell his cologne again, which was making it hard to focus on anything but him. So, what brought you here, Juno? What, to Hyperion City or to this movie? Honestly, I'd love to know the answer to both. Well, I was born here, so that's easy. The movie, though, that's all Rita's doing. Going to drive-in movies isn't exactly my thing. What about you? The Grimm's mask case was a flop. You can go back to wherever you're from anytime. I certainly have plenty of reasons to stay. Shh, that movie's starting! As the opening credits rolled, I could already feel my chest tightening. Andromeda's face appeared on screen, and I felt like I was falling. I felt completely alone. Cozy up to Rex. Hey, Glass? Do you want to, Yes, detective? Oh, this is so cute. My words were completely failing me, so I decided to just lean closer to him and put my head on his shoulder. He wrapped his arms around me, his warmth covering me like a blanket. I thought I could hear his heart racing, but that might have just been mine. It was definitely both. Thank you. It's my pleasure, Juno. I felt his words rumbling in my ear, practically like a purr. His presence was so soothing, it almost made me forget where I was. Almost. As the movie progressed, Rex and I slowly drifted further apart, and I only grew more and more tense. The memories of Mom and Ben kept flooding my brain like a hurricane, leaving my head swimming and my eyes brimming with tears. I was really losing my grip. Right. Rex? Juno, sweetheart, are you all right? Can we go home? Yes, of course. Come on, I'll help you inside. Rex slid his arms around me and helped me back into his car. I was shaking so much I thought I might fall off. What are we gonna do about Rita? I found her a couple that were willing. I found her a couple that were willing to look after her until the end of the movie. She'll be all right. Rex took my hand and didn't let go the entire ride home. He glanced over at me sometimes and squeezed my hand to let me know he was still there. Before too long, I had the energy to squeeze back. Oh, it's cute. I'm sorry for ruining the movie. Juno, I could care less about the movie. I came here for you. Oh. Oh no! Ask him to stay. Are you feeling all right now? Yeah, I'm mostly better. Still a bit tired. Then should I? No, please stay. If you want, you don't have to. Right. I'll make us some tea. Rex put on a pot of water, and before long he held out a steaming mug as he sat down next to me. Only, where did you get the tea? Oh, I had some in my pockets. Oh, and what other secrets could be hiding in the mysterious Rex Glass's pocket? I'm not sure you'd like to find out, Detective Steele. Keep. What I'd like to find out. Oh no, I regret this choice immediately. What I'd like to find out more is what's underneath that coat. Oh, that's quite bold. It's not my fault you wear a corset like it's nothing. You keep me curious. A detective curious? I never would have guessed. Yeah, smartass. Maybe you should just go to sleep, darling. I'm wide awake. Juno, sleep well, my love. When I woke up, Rex was gone, and I found myself gently tucked into my bed. I thought for sure I'd fallen asleep on my couch, though those last few minutes of consciousness last night were a blur at best. I remembered Rex saying, "Something? Did did he did he carry me to bed?" The thought made my heart skip several beats. What did a man like Rex Glass see in me anyway? He was classy, otherworldly, and elegant in a way I could only dream of, and for some reason he was sticking around me. I could hardly believe it. I am. Can I go on another date with Rex Glass? I like him a lot. Um, okay. I'm gonna do Rex Glass until it tells me I can't no more. I'm finally gonna clean up office, most of it. I've gotten this one before, so I can't tell her not to help. But I guess I'm trying to. No. I want her to help. It's skipping forward time. It is in. This is the skipping song. We are skipping forward. I am going to do dates with Rex Glass until I physically can't no more. I don't know what possessed me to invite Glass over. Maybe I thought our relationship was going a little too well, and I was inclined to go ahead and mess everything up. Inviting someone over to my apartment to cook for them, no less, was a surefire way to get them to acknowledge what a disaster I was. Either way, Rex would be here any minute now, and I hadn't even started cooking. Speaking of which, that was the door. Go open the door, obviously. Good evening, my dear detective. Hey, I didn't expect you to be much for cooking, so I must say I am a bit surprised. Honestly, I'm usually not. Food's food most of the time. You get the same sustenance whether or not it tastes good, so I put in the effort to make something good, right? But when you're cooking for someone else, it's worth something more than just the nutrition you get out of it, you know? Yes, I believe I do know. That's very sweet of you, Juno. So what's on the menu tonight? Oh, shoot. Chicken. Well, synth chicken piccata. Chicken piccata. Well, synth chicken piccata anyway. Oh, my detective. That sounds delightful. I turned around and went back to the kitchen, pulling the synth chicken out of the fridge and placing it on the cutting board. I lay out some plastic wrap over it and grab a meat mallet and begin patting it down. Stop with these jokes! They're not as... Oh, okay. It's fine. I can deal with this. I'm strong. I'm independent. I can deal with innuendos. Oh my. I must admit I wasn't expecting a front row seat to you beating your meat. I didn't dignify that with a response, turning back to the counter and seasoning the chicken with some salt and pepper, coating it in flour before setting it aside. I placed some butter and oil in a saucepan and swirled it around. Once the butter was melted, I put the synth chicken in. Really, dear, I'm glad you invited me over. It's true what you said about cooking for someone else. It's terribly intimate, isn't it? Confirm. Yeah, I guess so. Don't get your hopes up, though. I don't know how it'll turn out. No matter what, I doubt you'll disappoint. Just your company is more than enough. I turned back to the stovetop and turned the chicken over so the other side would brown. I glanced up to the window above the sink and watched Rex's reflection as he carefully positioned himself against the island in a failed attempt at a seductive pose. That sounds about right. What are you doing? I don't know what you mean, Juno. Oh, don't show me. It's really good. Actually, I take it back. Rex seemed to settle on leaning against the island, one foot flat against the side, the other as far as possible, with only minimal changes to his ankle. He was faced towards me, with the edge of the counter almost certainly digging into his ribs. One hand was in his pocket, the other atop the counter. Call him. That can't be comfortable. Every moment in your company is the most comfortable I've ever been. That's not the emotion I inspire in most people. Well then, it's a good thing I'm not most people, isn't it? Yeah, I guess it is. I moved over to stand in front of him. You know, on some planets, people kiss each other as a greeting. It's a shame Mars never picked up that tradition. I don't think a greeting kiss is what you're looking for, but if it's not too late... We both leaned in, and then Rex jerked back with a shout. Juno! What? What's wrong? Instead of answering me, he vaulted over the counter, rushed to the sink, and grabbed a gas from the cabinet. He filled it up. Rex, wait! And threw it into the pan. The flames burst higher, and Rex jerked back. That's not how it usually goes. It's a grease fire. Water just makes it worse. Well, what makes it better? I pulled open the cabinet beneath the stove and dug through it in search of the lid. I slammed it down on top of the pan and didn't get to watch the fire die out in the pan before erupting into coughs. Juno, dear, are you all right? Sensitive lungs. Here, step outside for a bit. I'll open the windows and we can wait together until the smoke clears. So that was a disaster. It could have been worse. You could have been stabbed again. Yeah, I'm sorry, Rex. I just wanted to make you a nice dinner, and look where we ended up instead. Outside on the streets, with my apartment filled with smoke and nothing to eat. To be fair, I am rather distracting. Really, Juno, I'm not upset with you. The night didn't end like either of us expected, but I spent it with you, so it can't have been that bad, wouldn't you say? You could just get mad at me for once. It's harder to do than you'd think. I'm pretty sure you're the only person to think that. Maybe so, but that's not so bad, is it? No, come on, I still haven't gotten that kiss. And he hadn't. With the way he looked at me, fond and mischievous and like I was actually worth looking at, well, who was I to deprive him? Oh, don't make me see it. Okay, they just moved closer. Look, I know I'm gay, but I'm not that guy, okay? I don't want to hear my own recorded reaction to that. I leaned in and pressed my lips against his. It wasn't much of a romantic situation, but kissing Rex Glass had a way of erasing all that. Juno. He said my name like a confession. No, I can't help but notice no fire alarm went off. It makes me worry about the safety of your apartment, dear. That wasn't what he was originally going to say. Say what you mean, Glass. Say what you mean, Glass. What do you mean? I mean, you weren't worried about fire safety. You were going to say something else. I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about, Detective. And I'm sure you do. What were you going to say? Whatever I was going to say, it's gone now, so you can just drop it, Fine. Whatever. Don't tell me then. Juno, I'm not trying to upset you. I know, Glass. Let's just find somewhere else to eat. Yes, that sounds like a plan. We ended up eating some greasy but satisfying food in an all-night diner between my place and Old Town. It was a nice evening, despite the residual tension of knowing he was hiding something. He did have a talent for keeping me distracted, though, and with the meal over, Rex escorted me back to my apartment. Well, here we are. I must say I'm sad to leave. It's been a delight. You don't have to lie to me. It's been a verified shit show. Even if that were the case, and I honestly don't think it is, it was a shit show spent with you, and therefore it wasn't really so bad at all. And when he bent down to kiss my nose, it was hard to do anything but believe him. So maybe the night didn't go exactly how I expected, but spending it with Rex Glass made it pretty hard to be all that upset about it. Rex Glass. I still didn't know what the man wanted from me. Well, that was a lie. I did know what he wanted from me. I just didn't know why. Why he was still hanging around with me. Why Dark Matters hadn't called him away immediately after his mission was done. Maybe Sasha could shed some light on the situation. Hey, Rita. Yeah, boss? Get a line through to Agent Wire, would you? Sure thing, boss, but why? Just do it, please. It's kind of urgent. Within a minute, Rita had gotten into the Dark Matter system and had gotten a call to Sasha's comms up on screen. Hello, Rita. Hi, Sasha. I wasn't expecting a call from you until... Oh. Hello, Juno. Hey, Sasha. I had a question about... Wait. Since when are you calling my secretary instead of me? Rita? Rita blushed and looked away, and Sasha coughed awkwardly, but didn't answer. You know what? Never mind. I don't have time. Sasha, what do you know about Agent Rex Glass? Nothing more than what I've already told you, Juno. Like I said, I've never met the man, but all his records are spotless. Judging by what's on paper, he's one of the best agents Dark Matter has. When was the last time you checked in? I can't tell you that, Juno. Dark Matter business stays with Dark Matters. Yeah, well, I think this is about to become Dark Matter's business. He's probably supposed to have moved on to his next mission, right? Yes, but why? He's still here, Sasha. What? But that makes no sense. I should have. Hmm. Thank you for bringing that to my attention, Juno. I'll have someone look into it. You're welcome. Goodbye, Rita. I'll call you tonight. Bye, Sasha. She logged off after that, and I stared at Rita. What is it, Mr. Steele? Someday very soon, we are going to sit down and have a talk about what is going on between you and Sasha, but lucky for you, that day is not today. Bye, Rita. I'm going out. Okay, I think I do need to exhaust the each one, and I only did the first 8 because I didn't know there were more. At this point, I didn't really have a plan. I just wanted to find Rex. I had some questions I wanted to ask in person. Are we still on for tonight? No, I didn't think we had anything planned. Oh, I was going to take you out to dinner in order to make up for last time, but I seem to have forgotten to ask you. I'm actually not busy right now if you wanted to do something. What excellent timing! Shall I pick you up? Sounds good. I messaged him a place to meet me and then waited. Something had seemed off about his messages too, but I couldn't quite place it. At least, I couldn't place it until his car pulled up in front of me, and the only person who exited was a Kanagawa cousin. They muscled me into the back seat, and we headed to the Kanagawa mansion. Hello. Why did you kidnap me? Where's Rex? Where are you taking me to? Min said to, with Min. Now shut up. Okay then. They dumped me on the floor like a sack of bricks in the middle of the room and returned to their post. I stood up and straightened my coat, glaring at the goon, and looked around warily. Junebug! Juno. Shit. Oh, it's both of them. I'm so glad you're here, Juno. Min will be so pleased to hear you have arrived. Now our fun can finally start. Stuck here twice in 1 week, eh, Juno? Looks like your luck's really run out on you. Come on, Min sent us downstairs to collect you. Dig in your heels. Wait, no, I'm not going anywhere. Why am I here anyway? Was I supposed to meet someone and then one of your goons... I was supposed to meet someone and then one of your goons muscled me into a car and dragged me here. Junebug, you're simply too much. Cassandra, don't you think he's just adorable? Leave me out of this, Cecil. I didn't want to be here anyway. Wait, what do you... You got a message from the dashing Agent Glass, didn't you? Asking you to meet him? Cecil, what? Oh, you really did think it was him? No, it wasn't him at all. Cass never thought that you would fall for that charade. I was much more hopeful, though. Cecil, what are you talking about? Even as I was asking the question, though, I knew the answer. Haven't you realized by now, Junebug? Quit playing with him, Cecil. Come on, Juno, you'll get your answers upstairs. And I'm sure Agent Glass will be happy to see you as well. I followed Cecil and Cass up the stairs and into Min's office. They stayed outside, Cecil grinning broadly and Cass grimacing while I went inside. Juno! Hello, Detective Steele. So nice of you to join us. Rex was tied to a chair in the middle of the room, a muscle-bound hulk standing in the shadows behind him. Min was leaning on her desk, a smirk firmly embedded on her face. Rex! Min, what are you doing with him? Nothing. Yet. Agent Glass is simply helping me get some information that I need. And now that you're here, the process will go much more smoothly. Juno, be careful. Quiet. Are you going to play nicely, Detective? Help me get what I need from your darling Agent Glass? Don't play along. I don't know what you're talking about, Min. I don't know where you got the idea that Agent Glass and I were anything more than colleagues. Oh, Juno, you really are a terrible liar. Bring them both to the room of spinning blades. I'm done wasting time, and I'm sure Cecil will be delighted to help. Min got her goons to muscle both Rex and I through the hallways into the room of spinning blades. Cecil had squealed with delight when Min told him that she needed his help. Rex and I were strapped into chairs, back to back. Then Min motioned for the cadre of gooms to retreat to the edge of the room, leaving me and Min alone in the center. Us and Min. Now that we're all sitting comfortably, let's get started. Cecil! She snapped her fingers, and I felt a sudden prick in the back of my hand. I looked down and saw a small needle retracting into the arm of the chair. Judging by the small, sharp inhale from Rex, he'd been injected too. I'd hoped this wouldn't be necessary, but it appears I was wrong. Min, what did you do? Please, Juno, you'll be fine as long as you play along. This was merely something to loosen your tongues. Now, ask the darling Agent Glass how he knew which files to take. Save. Return. Ask a random question. Min's smirk was sending chills down my spine, and I had a sneaking suspicion that what had been inside those syringes. If she really wanted the information so badly, it must be something important, which meant that I was going to do everything I could to keep her from getting it. Rex, what's your favorite color? Purple, soft like the last minutes of sunset and deep like the velvet of a night sky. What? It's truth serum, isn't it, Min? That's what was in those needles. Very astute, detective. Though not completely correct. This is a fun little drug we in show business call compliance. It loosens inhibitions, makes you more amenable to suggestions. Even acts as a truth serum. And incredibly useful too, wouldn't you agree? The truth serum complicated things. I was going to have to get creative if I wanted to keep Min from getting the answers she wanted. I could feel Rex shifting his weight in the chair behind me and wished I could see his face. I stretched my fingers out toward him, hoping to try to pass some comfort on, let him know I was doing everything I could to keep Min from getting whatever information she was after. Let's try this again, shall we? Juno, ask Rex how he gained access to the system. I could feel the serum at work, pulling me to follow her directions and ask what she wanted. Juno, are you all right? I'm nervous. I could feel the pull to ask the question Min wanted, but the touch of Rex's hand on mine gave me enough focus to redirect it. Rex, did you have any pets growing up? No, there was rarely enough food for me, let alone a pet, and I moved around too much to fully justify taking care of another creature like that. Enough of this. Get to the point. What point was that again? I feel like we've made our point pretty well. Don't you think so, Rex? Oh, yes, absolutely, Juno. I think we've made it very clearly. I could feel the waves of frustration rolling off of her. It was probably only a matter of time before she snapped, so Rex and I would have to play things carefully. He squeezed my hand once more and let it drop. I missed the pressure and warmth of it immediately. Min had started pacing back and forth. It was the most ruffled I'd ever seen her, so something about this has obviously shaken her. I twisted my head to the side, trying to get a glimpse of Rex's face. Hopefully he had more of an idea how to get out of this than I did. He looked deep in concentration, like he was trying to remove her something extremely delicate. Psst, Rex. Yes, Juno. I don't know how much longer Min will put up with this. Do you have any ideas for a way out? Of course, love. I've made a career out of escaping traps worse than this. Ouch! Damn it. It might be best if I don't say anything for now. Quiet! She snapped her fingers, which must have been a signal to Cecil in the control room, because machinery whirred into motion above us, and some of the eponymous spinning blades dropped down into position above us. Since the stakes obviously weren't high enough to motivate you, let's try again now. Juno, ask Agent Glass where he's keeping the files. What files? Do it. Okay, she's getting really insistent. How do I play this? Oh, I'm nervous. I don't know what the right move is. I'm really bad at these games. I get so nervous about making the wrong call. I can always go back. I had to keep stalling Min for as long as I could. Rex was planning something and I had to give him as much time as possible, so I asked the first question that popped into my head. Rex, what's your name? Juno? What are you doing? That's not the question I told you to ask. My name is... He was hesitating a lot, which was weird. Why was he resisting saying his name so much? Ugh! Rex! I was afraid. I was frustrated and I could tell we were out of time. We needed to act and fast. Cecil, I'm done with them. You can do whatever you want. I couldn't see Cecil, but I could imagine his excited squeal as Min said that. We needed to get out of there right then. Rex! Give me just one more moment. Aha! I felt the bonds holding me go slack. He must have been working on cutting them the entire time. What? Stop them! Don't let them escape! Rex, look out! Ugh! One of the Kanagawa thugs had gone after Rex, landing a solid blow to his chest. I wanted to run to him, but I had my own problems. One of the other goons was coming after me. Hey, big guy, wanna dance? They went down pretty quickly. I glanced over to see how Rex was doing with his opponent. He was keeping her away pretty deftly, so I felt safe scanning the room and looking for a way out. Juno, do you trust me? With my life, why? Well, it wasn't like I could say I hadn't meant it. I did trust him with my life. I just Hadn't meant for the first time I admitted it to happen in the middle of a fist fight at the Kanagawa mansion. Rex? Right. I need you to shoot me. What? Set your blaster to stun and shoot me now. I had to do it. Damn it, whatever happened next, I did trust Rex Glass. So I fired toward him. Quick as a blink, he dropped to the floor, and my blaster bolt hit the reflective surface of one of the giant blades spinning from the machinery behind him, ricocheting and hitting the goon Rex had been fighting. She sank to the floor without a sound. Min had disappeared in the midst of the fighting, and it was just us left in the room. Huh. Excellent shot, darling. Let's get out of here, shall we? That sounds like an excellent plan. Rex started to stride determinedly towards the exit, but only got a few steps before his legs wobbled underneath him and he fell. Rex! I'm all right, Juno. I'm simply a bit woozy. Oh, dear. Juno, it appears that I've been stabbed, quite possibly with a syringe. Oh, damn, that stain is going to take forever to come out. What? I'm afraid I've been injected with a quite large dose of the truth serum. I am going to need your assistance getting out of here, I think. All right, come here. Don't worry, Rex, I got you. We made it out after that. I had to support Rex's weight a little bit. The extra dose of serum the Kanagawa thug had tagged him with was really throwing him for a loop. Juno, your hair is so soft. Sometimes you smile at me and my heart feels like it's going to burst out of my chest with delight. This is a really cute... Wow, that stuff's really done a number on you. Do you even remember your own name at this point? Of course I do. My name's... He clapped her hand over his mouth and looked panicked. Rex? I will be fine, Juno, once this wears off. Look, there's the door up ahead. Rex's voice was a bit higher than usual when he spoke, and he tried to walk briskly ahead to reach the exit. He only got about 3 steps away from me before his legs half collapsed again. I sighed, pulled his weight more onto my shoulders, and walked with him as fast as I could towards our way out. We finally got out of the Kanagawa mansion and ran to where the Kanagawa's goon had left his car. I was worried whether Rex would be okay to drive, but he seemed to have recovered enough to handle it. That was a good thing, since I wasn't sure I'd be able to. Juno, are you all right? You've been awfully quiet. I was just thinking. Cred for your thoughts, detective. He was looking at me with that smirk of his, and I didn't know what to say. I'm glad you're okay, Rex. He looked over at me, his Cupid's lips curling into a soft smile, exposing his sharp teeth slightly. I'm very glad that you're safe as well, Juno. I felt myself blushing under that gaze, but I returned the smile nonetheless. You were so cool under pressure, I don't know how you did it. Honestly, Juno, I was terrified. You were in danger, and it was all my fault. The only reason Min had you there was because of your connection to me. Rex, stop. I wouldn't have changed anything. If being by your side means I end up in danger every once in a while, then I'd call that a good exchange. Juno. Besides, ending up tied to a chair being threatened with violence tends to come with the line of work. Of course, darling. His smile was fond, and I could feel myself grinning in return. Whatever did happen, whatever secrets Rex was hiding, it was worth it. I'm sad. He walked me to my door, and before he could leave, I caught the arm of his jacket and pulled him back. He turned, a question on his lips, but I threw my arms around him. I may have buried my face in his chest. The smell of his cologne surrounded me. Juno. He's leaving. What do I say? I don't know! I know I have never once loaded a save, but I'm saving anyway because I'm scared. Thank you. Thank you. You saved me again. Really, Juno, I don't. Just hush. You saved my life again today, and I needed to tell you thank you, so I did. I am. Of course, Juno. As if I could have done anything less. What would I do without you, Rex? And I you, darling. You really are one of a kind, my dear, and I wouldn't have changed our meeting for the world. What, dead guy and all? Yeah. Yeah, me too. He pulled away from me and touched my cheek softly one last time, then turned and walked back to his car. I want to say that I didn't watch him the entire way, but that would be a lie. I went to bed, but sleep didn't come for a long time. Something about Rex wasn't quite adding up, but I couldn't place my finger on what it was. His slip-ups with his name, too, it had to be a sign of something, but I didn't know what. I'd call and talk to him in the morning. Usually when I have a case that's about to crack, I can't keep myself still. It's like lightning, that rush of adrenaline that means I'm doing something nobody else in the room could do. Then the case breaks like an egg and usually makes a big mess. Okay, well, I make a big mess, but then the perp makes an even bigger one trying to shut me up, and everyone sees that I was right, so it all works out. Except then whoever makes the mistake of working with me starts lecturing me about putting myself in harm's way. But that doesn't matter anymore, not as long as I'm getting the job done. As long as I'm doing good, I can handle the fallout. But today I feel so tired. I've been sitting on my bed for a couple hours now, a small upgrade from lying in it, just waiting with my comms in front of me and my front door unlocked like an idiot. Even after everything, the lies, the danger, one part of me is so angry and another one just can't wait to see him again. Wait, was that a knock? Juno. A wave of nausea rises in my throat, and everything comes back at once with his voice. The door is unlocked. He just has to try the handle. With a flurry of panic, my hand is on the door panel, and I activate the lock. My heart is in my throat, and I'm overcome with shame all at once. Juno, are you there? Yeah, I'm here. May I come in? I should let him in. I should stop being such a baby and face this man and let him explain myself. I can't just hide behind this door, but I can't look at him either. Rex, what's going on? Juno, open the door, please. No, I need you to tell me what's happening, and don't you dare bullshit me. No more lies, or I swear. Okay. No more lies, Juno, I promise you. There's a small movement against the door and a sigh against the synth wood. Every nerve in me is shivering in anticipation and anger and bone-deep fear. I've never been to Hyperion City before. I wasn't sure what to expect, really. Dust and skyscrapers, I suppose. I got to see a lot of the kind of grimy side you've mentioned. The Kanagawas, in particular, I was quite unfortunate to get mixed up in, but I had some ends to tie up with them. But I never expected for you to quite capture me the way you did, Juno. Even now, the breath hitches in my chest. I'm such an easy mark. I suppose you struck gold with me, huh? What do you mean? Really helped you tie up those loose ends to have me cover your back, right? Lucky you, finding a chump to follow you around like a lovesick puppy, taking the falls and getting you out of the scrapes you found yourself in. No, Juno, it's not like that at all. You were never part of the plan. It was supposed to be just in and out, but then I met you, and do you expect me to believe that? No one's ever stopped in their tracks for me before. Why the hell would anyone start now? Juno, why on Mars would you even stop to look at me if I wasn't part of the plan for you to get a fallout guy all along? Juno, it's real convenient that as soon as you land on Mars, you find a new boyfriend to throw into every stray laser blast you can find. Juno, if you honestly think I would ever let you get hurt intentionally, you're an idiot. An absolute idiot. Do you have any idea how much I'm sacrificing just to be with you here right now? He sighs again, and I ache with the weight of it. I know you've not been treated like you deserve, but Juno, I would never put you in harm's way. I would give you the stars if you'd ever let me. The door shifts in its frame, and I can't help but imagine what he's doing on the other side, leaning a hand against the cool metal, insistent, desperate. Yeah. Oh no, this is gonna make... Oh, he looks really sad. Oh. He looks different. Not just his clothes and his hair, but the way he stands. The fisheye warps him, and it's hard to tell, but it's like a different man stands there. It's familiar, but not too familiar. I came to Mars with goals in mind, killing several birds with one stone, I suppose. But I got distracted. My line of work doesn't do well with distractions, Juno, but you were just perfect. A perfect team. I should have left Mars after the Kanagawas, especially with how dangerous they are, but I just couldn't resist. I had to see you again. I had to work with you again. And Duke Rose does so well work with a partner. It feels like blood. All the blood rushes to my head. I lean my forehead against the door, hanging on to every word like it's water in a desert. I have not played the other dates yet. Having the advertisement from the app pop up between your secretary's streams was an impulse decision, I admit. Revealing my face publicly to establish that alias was nothing short of an idiotic decision. A foolish, throwaway decision that should cost me everything. Everything. Oh, could. But it didn't matter. Everything I thought I knew, every rule I would never break before. Juno, it's you. It was always you. The door is open before I can even bring myself to think about it, and there he is, The man that has dominated my waking moments for what feels like forever and what feels like a second. He almost falls into me without the door, and the small space of air between us is heavy with the tension of what Duke, Rex, he has told me. How do you feel? It's been you? It's always been you? Yes. His hands are fidgeting, ringing, picking at his nails. I can't help staring at them. Habit or body language? This whole time, and you didn't tell me. I wanted to. From that first night we met, I wanted to, Juno. Those hands are on mine now, and I can't look away. I feel like if I move, I'll fall apart. But it was all a lie. Everything. No! His hands tighten insistently on mine, and I pull them out of his grip. It was, with the smooth talking and the dates and every time you told me something about yourself, every time I looked at you and saw Duke or Perseus or whoever, that was a lie. I can feel my face getting hot, flushing with shame and embarrassment. I feel like the biggest fool in the galaxy. And I fell for it. I should have known someone like you wouldn't settle for a walking disaster like me. You're impossible. You're the sharpest person I've ever met, but you can be so blind sometimes. You see so many things, but when it comes to your own brilliance, you're oblivious, and you have no idea how frustrating that is. I open my mouth, then catch the burning look he's giving me, and I bite my tongue. His breathing is heavy, and every inch of him radiates anger and aching and passion. It's like looking at a star. Juno, do you have any idea how incredible your mind is? Some of the things you accomplish outshines even the most supposedly successful people in the galaxy, because you have more sense than any of them combined. You have an endless capacity for passion and fury, and I can't stand how much I don't deserve you. For goodness sake, I pretended to be 3 people just to steal a glance from you. I can't help but roll my eyes, and he smiles a little sheepishly. That first night we met, I wanted to be with you, not some persona, but as me. I wanted to tell you everything, to reveal everything I'd been holding so close to my chest for years. And then I remembered what happens to people who get too close. I was scared, Juno. I know that feeling. I ache with it, and I meet his eyes. They're locked onto me, and it's like gravity, the way he pulls me in. Inevitable. If you know anything, please know that it was real. Different masks, different names. Everything I felt, everything I feel for you is real. Juno, you know what I'd do for you. And if you ask me to stay, if you want to get to know the real me, that's what I'll do. What do you want, Juno? What do I say? Who even has the words? So I don't try. I just reach for him, and he leans into my hands like he can't keep himself up on his own. But he won't touch me back, afraid I'll change my mind if he moves wrong. Out of all this mess, that feeling I understand. So I kiss him. Aww. It's not heart-stopping, it's not fireworks. It's real and raw and honest. It's a thank you. Stay with me. Oh, he looks so excited. Juno. Yeah, Rex? He laughs, and it feels like all the lights come on inside me. Peter. My name is Peter Nureyev. Oh. 1 month later. Would you like coffee or tea with your eggs, love? Coffee, please. Oh, he's wearing a sweater. Oh, he's so cute. He saunters out of the kitchen with the most satisfied smirk I've ever seen, carrying a tray with 2 mugs and 2 plates of scrambled eggs and toast. He settles on the couch next to me and holds out a fork with a bite of eggs for me to try. So, how did I do? You could use more butter. Don't play games with me, Steele. I was kidding. It tastes wonderful. I'm very proud of you. Thank you. I'm glad our cooking lessons have paid off. Anytime you're not trying to catch my apartment on fire is a bonus. We all have our talents. Mine just happens to be everything but cooking. You'll get there, Nureyev. We eat in comfortable silence for a while. His presence and his warmth make mornings exponentially more bearable, even without conversation. So, Rex? Oh, hush. You know, I think I like Rex more than Peter. Peter Nureyev. Oh, God, who wrote this? Please. No. a 38-year-old bi person would not say this. More like, Peter, you're gay of. Don't make me regret moving in with you. Hey! I hit him over the head with our couch cushion. Oof! You deserve that. Now, deserved is such a strong word. I'm sorry, I'm sappy. Oh, shut up. I throw the cushion across the room, I take his face in mine, and kiss him, effectively pushing him backwards. Hey, this is manipulation. I call a foul. This isn't hover rugby, Nereyev. This is life. Life is unfair sometimes. Besides, you don't exactly play by the rules. The life of a thief, it seems. Yeah, about that. Have you decided to turn to your law and order filled life? I'm serious, Nureyev. All right, I'm listening. Where do we go from here? Are you still on the run? What happens when you find another job? I'm sure you don't want to stay in Hyperion City forever. Juno, we can go wherever you want. If you want a lavish criminal life in the stars, I'd be more than happy to take you with me. If you want to stay here and continue cleaning up this city, I'm completely willing. Your wish is my command. I just don't want you to give up your life for me. You are my life. I'll be happy no matter what you decide, as long as I'm with you. Thank you, Peter. We can figure out all that later. Right now, I just want to cuddle and think about nothing. As you wish. And, to be fair, I haven't done anything thief-like in a few weeks, at least. You stole my heart, didn't you? You're too much. You know you love it. That's not all I love. Oh, I love your eyes. I love it when you smile. I love your inquisitive nature. I love your ferocity. I love your stubbornness. I love every single aspect of you. Everything you do or say amazes and confounds me. You're my world, Juno Steele. The next thing I say comes out almost embarrassingly breathless. I love you, Peter. And God, if I don't love those lips. I'm just a kid. Sorry. He kisses me properly then, fervent, almost needy, and I kiss him right back. I'm never going to get tired of this. I'm never going to get tired of this. My thoughts exactly. Oh, they're cuddling on the couch. We snuggle even closer, with me practically on top of him. We kiss some more. We talk about everything. We talk about nothing. Our breathing slows until we're in sync, almost unwittingly. Soon enough, we've both fallen asleep in the middle of the day. The last thing I remember thinking before going out with like a light was, how did I ever get so lucky? Hey, I got a happy ending this time, guys. I didn't fuck it up.